Yo, what is good, folks? It's your boy Sports PSP. Hope everyone's enjoying a fantastic Monday. Oh my God, this is a wonderful day to be a Washington Commanders fan. For the first time since 2005, we finally won a playoff game. Well, the Washington Commanders did that last night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 23-20. Jaden Daniels. Listen, I'll be, I've said this before about Jaden Daniels. Look, my only concern, my only knock on Jaden Daniels was his size. Never his talent, never his ability, just his size. And yet again, man, he just proves me wrong and wrong. And I'm happy that I was wrong. And I'm happy that he is our guy moving forward. Jaden Daniels, what more can you say? 24, 35, 268 yards, 2 touchdown passes, a QBR of 80.4, followed with a passer rating of 110.2. I'm also reading the stat right here. 2 quarterbacks in NFL history have led an offense on the road in the playoffs with 0 points and 0 turnovers. Jaden Daniels in 2024 and Peyton Manning in 2003. I mean, I have got to give a lot of credit to the Washington Commanders. Look, I'm going to be real. I've been very critical of Cliff Kingsbury. At one point, I will admit I did want him fired because just based on history, look how he starts off in the first half of the season compared to the second half of the season. And I had some of my concerns with Cliff Kingsbury, but you got to keep him if you're Washington. You got to do whatever you can to keep him because look at what he's doing with the play calling. Look at him and Jaden Daniels. Man, oh man. Look, our running game, we didn't do that much as far as running the football in the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm just reading the stats here from ESPN.com. We only had like 33 carries, 82 yards. Which is an average of 2.5 yards per carry. But what did we do? The crucial late in the game, it was 17-13. We failed on a 4th down conversion in the red zone. Baker Mayfield and Jalen McMillan fumbled. And what was Washington able to do? We were able to capitalize and score a touchdown, which Jaden Daniels did with the pass to Terry McLaurin. Oh, I mean, look, man, prior to that game, I had Tampa winning this one. I thought that Tampa Bay would go into the divisional round to face the Philadelphia Eagles. But man, oh man, I was wrong. And I got to admit it. I am feeling a lot more comfortable with my Washington Commanders. Again, since 2005, that's the last time we've won a playoff game. Since 2005. 20 years. Can you imagine what it's like to be to have a playoff win in 20 years? That's a hell of a long time. And fortunately, we were able to do that. The X factor in the game for us was De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown, because he started going in the first half. I mean, the 30-yard pass that Jaden Daniels threw to him and the touchdown. De'Ami Brown, 5 catches for 89 yards, 1 touchdown in that game. And if you look at Washington, we did what we were supposed to do. I mean, look at the game. First downs, Washington 22, Tampa Bay 19. Third down efficiency, 8 of 15 for Washington, Tampa Bay 5 of 9. Okay, third down, which we are really good as far as 4th down conversions, 3 of 5. And Dan Quinn, look, he played not to lose. He played to win. And look, when you play to win, and look at it, total plays, Washington 69, Tampa Bay 44, total yards, Washington 350, Tampa Bay 284, total drives, Washington 8, Tampa Bay 7. I mean, we had more passing yards. Tampa Bay had more rushing yards. But in the red zone, okay, 2 of 5. We did struggle in the red zone throughout the game, 2 of 5. But hey, when it matters most, we capitalized on the red zone drives. Penalties, we won The penalties. Washington had 5 penalties for 39 yards. Tampa Bay 7 penalties to 65 yards. We won the turnover battle. No turnovers in that game. And we kept Tampa Bay's offense to just 20 points. And that's really good because you look at the year that Baker Mayfield has had this season, he has over 4,000 yards, over 40-plus touchdowns. He's actually tied for second in the NFL in touchdown passes, 30 in the NFL in passing yards. We did our part to limit the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. And then on that third down, on the last drive, Jaden Daniels put on his Superman cape and then got the extra yards for the first down. I am ecstatic, man. This is the best feeling I have felt in a long time, man. Look, I've been a Commanders fan going back to the days of the late, great Sean Taylor. God rest his soul. I'm so ecstatic as a Commanders fan because, thank God, Daniel Snyder is no longer our owner. After all the years of some of the horrible moves that he made with Albert Hainsworth, Josh Norman, all the other moves that he has made as the owner of this team, he's now gone. It was great. Magic Johnson was also there at the game at Tampa. And look, the Commanders, they got a big game because they're going up against the number 1 seed, the Detroit Lions. Now, look, I believe Detroit will win this game. But honestly, would it surprise me or shock me at all if the Commanders actually won? No, because Detroit is the favorites to win this game. This is actually the year for Detroit to go back to the NFC Championship game or possibly for a Super Bowl. Could Jaden Daniels add a rookie? And by the way, he's winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay? 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, a passer rating of 70.5, near 3,600 yards. Is it fair to say, look, Bo Nix has had a hell of a season, but is it fair to say that Jaden Daniels is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Yes, absolutely, because last year we were the second worst team in the NFL behind the Chicago Bears, and with this quarterback, and he's doing it, mind you, not with the best offensive line in the NFL. And here's the beauty of it, Washington. We're only going to get better because this year the Philadelphia Eagles won the division. So actually, Washington may have a chance to actually make some noise in the NFC East. When is it that a team in that division, the NFC East division, has won it back-to-back years? And and we finally found our quarterback. Now, hopefully, unlike RG3, we do everything we can to protect Jaden Daniels. We have to protect our investment. Terry McLaurin is once again showing you what type of a receiver that he is. And Jaden McDaniels and Terry McLaurin are the wide receiver or quarterback wide receiver duo in the years to come. I mean, we talk about Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith. We got to include Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. Because if you look at the year that Terry McLaurin has had, outside of his rookie season, I think he's had like every single season of 1,000 yards. This is his best year of his career. 82 receptions, a little over 1,000 yards. Second in the NFL in touchdown receptions with 13. The other thing I have to give credit for the Washington Commanders, Marcus Mariota. Just like Jaden Daniels, former number 2 overall pick, Heisman Trophy winner himself. If you listen to if you listen to what he said to Jaden Daniels before the game-winning drive in which the Commanders beat the Atlanta Falcons to secure a playoff spot, go listen to what Marcus Mariota had to say about Jaden Daniels. Hey, stand up. Use your God-given strength and skill. Deliver us. That's just telling you, man, Washington, we got belief. We got faith. We got trust anymore because we are in a new direction. We are in a new time. We're no longer in a horrible, dysfunctional place that we had to deal with for so long because of Dan Snyder. Now we have that now with the new ownership and Josh Harris and Magic Johnson. We finally have the quarterback of our future in Jaden Daniels. Brian Robinson with Terry McLaurin, Dan Quinn. I got to give credit to Dan Quinn because let me tell you something. When he was the head coach, when he was announced as the head coach of the Washington Commanders, I was very skeptical of. Because, of course, the 28-3 Super Bowl in which he was involved with the Atlanta Falcons, losing to the New England Patriots. Yes, of course, biggest choke job in Super Bowl history. But, man, Dan Quinn, he can give you some defense. The Washington's defense, they still need to improve with the run. But, man, they can get after the quarterback. With Durant Armstrong, with Deron Payne, we've Dante Fowler Jr., and we lost two of our best pass rushers last year in Chase Young and Montez Sweat. And they're doing it without those two guys. Now, we still got to address the DB positions, in which, by the way, we did by getting Marshawn Lattimore. And with Bobby Wagner there, his leadership, his intelligence, and his presence, and I think it was a good decision with Dan Quinn to bring in Bobby Wagner because of their days in Seattle. Washington could actually, they're establishing a culture. They're establishing the right type of culture that is conducive to winning. And moving forward, Washington is going to be a team in the years to come to compete. Look, unfortunately for me, it's kind of tough because, again, Baker Mayfield did play for my school, Oklahoma. And by the way, for anyone to criticize Baker Mayfield, yes, with the fumble, but Baker Mayfield, he's your guy if you're Tampa. Don't even think twice. I mean, the past 2 seasons, he's gotten you, 69, 70 touchdowns, back-to-back NFC South titles, making Cleveland Browns look like absolute fools by letting go of him. But meanwhile, you bring in Deshaun Watson, which we already know. Mike Evans still going to give you 1,000 yards a season. But man, Washington, this was huge. This was a huge win. Big ups to Jaden Daniels. No question about it. Offensive Rookie of the Year. His swagger, and he can close, man. The moment is not too big for him. Clutch time is money time to him. He's not afraid of the moment. Go look at all the clutch drives. Week 2 against the Giants. The Bears versus Commanders. He had the Hail Mary. You go look at the Eagles game, in which, by the way, he threw 5 touchdowns in the game, becoming the first since Mark Rippon back in 1991 to throw 5 touchdowns in a playoff game. The Atlanta drive to secure a playoff spot. And now this, man. You got to give it up. You got to give it up to Jaden Daniels. If you're not a fan of Jaden Daniels, if you don't believe in Jaden Daniels, hey, I don't know what to tell you. But moving forward, it's not just Philadelphia Eagles, and it's not just Dallas Cowboys. Now you got to consider the Washington Commanders a team to compete in the NFC East. Because as long as Jaden Daniels is our quarterback, and if we can improve our offensive line and our defense, and hopefully if we keep Cliff Kingsbury, I don't know if we're going to keep him, but if we can find an adequate replacement for him, Washington is going to be the team to look out in the NFC East. And dare I say, in the NFC, do not sleep on Washington. So those are my thoughts, man. I am so excited. I am so thrilled with this victory. I had the time of my life last night, man. Just enjoying myself. I am so ecstatic. But please leave your comments in the comment section below, guys. What do you make of the Washington Commanders' victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Is Jaden Daniels the real deal? Can they actually get to the NFC Championship game? And could they actually beat the number 1 seed, the Detroit Lions? Is that possible? But please leave your comments in the comment section below. It's your boy, Sports PSP. Please go like and subscribe to the Sports PSP podcast. We've now reached 60,000 subscribers. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, and peace.